And we are live. It is the Unapologetic Podcast, latest in entertainment and current events with the actual and the factual Kimberly Smith. How are you today?
Blessed, black, and highly favored. How about yourself?
I can't complain. Allergies bother me a bit
Ooh,
because it's warmed up. So we'll get through this show and see what we can do about that. Nice day here in Chicago. And if you are not following us, make sure you are following us on all social media platforms and subscribe on all podcast platforms and YouTube. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube right now. Last week, we had a live studio audience at an undisclosed location here in Chicago. Special shout out to our live studio audience, Big Dog Productions, and our special guest, Dr. Phil, and the twins, Elliot and Gary. Shout out to them. Name of the show: Black Women Are the Problem. I think we made some progress here on the Unapologetic Podcast. What do you think, Kim?
sure. I thought it was a very interesting show. And we are very much ready to have our rebuttal show for the women that were in the room and that watched and have comments about the show. And we hope to bring that to you all very soon.
Okay, sounds good to me. Something that is reoccurring is this guy's vehicle being upside down on the side of the road. And it's such a sad situation
Mm.
to be. I don't know if Tiger Woo is a billionaire, but
Okay.
he's close. And
Okay.
the actual factual, please tell us what is going on with Tiger Woo.
So this is Tiger Woods' fourth DUI, not one, not two, but four. Fourth DUI in the state of Florida, and he
The
claims
great
that
state of Florida.
the great state of Florida. He claims that he was not on any actual like illegal drugs. He claims that he was on prescription. He was arrested at the scene. He goes on to tell the cops that he just got off the phone with Donald Trump. Don't really understand why he needed to tell them that. But he refused a blood test. So a lot of people don't really know if this is going to amount to anything because they do not have his, the toxicology, of course, and they don't have his blood. So with them saying that he wasn't intoxicated, he did not have alcohol in his system. It was clearly something, though. If you watch the video, he's very disoriented in the back of the police car. He's kind of gibberish and rambling and things like that. So clearly he is on something. He immediately checked himself into rehab. Playbook. Shout out to Tiger Woods for still having real PR people because they know how to spin and twist this or whatever. Not everybody knows what real PR is, okay? If you want to know what real PR is, watch Sex in the City. Her name is Samantha, okay? But my question is why doesn't Tiger Woods have a driver? Like, what is Tiger Woods doing in his personal life that he's so scared that if he gets a driver, something will come out?
He doing something because he's scared.
What is he doing? What is he doing? What is Tiger Woods doing?
Probably being a nasty man.
But he's already been slapped upside the head with a golf club for cheating. You know what I mean? He's not married anymore. So, I don't get it. Like, what else could you be doing besides cheating that you don't want a driver?
Drugs.
Okay. Yeah, drugs is probably a big one.
I can name a few things, but all of them going to being a nasty man that Tiger Woods probably is, and also a silly man. And I was a Tiger Woods fan in the beginning, But once he started to denounce his blackness, that turned me off. And then we know what white women do to black men, and especially black athletes. And his life has never been the same, never recovered. But at the end of the day, Tiger Woods needs to go to jail.
I mean, yeah, 4. Look,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be funny. They sent Karen right on down to the jailhouse. No, they sent Karen right on down to the jailhouse for a good almost year. So if Karen Huger gotta go, I do believe Tiger gotta go too.
Yeah. And I think that's why he said he was on the phone with the president. We know damn well that's not the truth. Tiger, put the bottle down, put the drugs down. Just stop trying to golf. He was scheduled to play golf in a tournament. He had to pull out. I know the Masters is coming up. That's out. Stop. Your body is not going to allow you to do that anymore. And all the prescription drugs that you try to take, we know what usually happens to people that, and I'm on a local scale, it may happen, but we know a handful of celebrities definitely that those prescription drugs will take them out. So definitely prayers for Tiger Woods, but I think
why is it like, Woo? Why is it because he don't want to claim his blackness, so you drop the OD?
Tiger Woods, or Tiger Wood,
Okay.
But I don't have time for Tiger. I'm tired of Tiger, and the people that start off this show, I'm tired of them. Okay, I put them all at the top today. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get this bad mood out, and then we go.
Everybody. Just bam.
So Tiger Woods haven't killed nobody, and he hasn't killed himself.
Yes,
but I don't think we need to take any more chances. A license should be revoked.
Quick.
Some jail time, rehab time.
How old is them kids? Can't one of his kids drive him around?
Yeah, his kids, the oldest boy got to be in his 20s, and he was supposed to be a good golfer. I have to
okay.
I have to take a look at that and see where he is. But Tiger Woods is 50 years old. He's only 50.
My goodness, he looks a good smooth 62.
Woo, Lord, the top of
drugs
that head.
is whooping that ass. Them drugs is whooping that ass.
Jeez,
Lord, have mercy.
Yeah. Somebody else who had some car trouble back in the day, and whose career has just really never got back on track after that. And just like Tiger Woods, I think that I'm a good judge of character. I really do. But Brandy, she's never, ever, ever. We've never connected. We've never got a connection. Never.
Have you ever? What? Okay.
Yeah. No, I have never. I didn't even like that song. But Brandy she is really sure that she is a real witch in real life.
Okay.
And before we go to this story, she wants to, these people, they got these books coming out and they want to tell these stories. And, I don't know if they're looking for a tear or what, but okay, you were 16 dating Wanye and he was 22 and he may have took your virginity or whatever. That's what you say.
No, seems like he did.
What'd you say?
I said it seems like he did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And where's your mama? Where are your parents?
I mean, they're the thing is like, I think this Wanye and Brandy story, everybody has known since the 90s. You know what I mean? He did
I didn't know she was 16 though. I didn't know she was that young.
I knew she was 16 because it happened when they did Broken Hearted, and she was 17 when Broken Hearted came out.
Okay.
So he did an interview back on the Breakfast Club. I think it was like 2014 or something like that, where he said that it happened. And that now the way that he described it, somebody should have tapped him on the shoulder, because when Charlemagne jokingly said, like, well, if you hit it or whatever, like, in what states did you do it in? And he was like, the states that it was legal, Now that
very inappropriate.
very, very, very inappropriate, because then therefore that lets me know that you knew that you was too old to be dating her. But I also think that we have to talk about the culture and the time that it happened.
Yeah.
I don't discount that at all. At that time, 16 and 17-year-olds were dating 19 and 20-year-old men like it was normal. I am going to read this book because I know a lot of people cannot stand Brandy, but Brandy has always spoken to me through her music. I have always been a fan since the first album. Not, Full Moon, she kind of lost me, but have you ever Never Say Never is one of my favorite albums that I can listen to from front to back with no skips. So I don't think that she's doing this for attention. I truly think that it's her opportunity to tell her side of the story. Brandy has been caught in a lot of lies. I don't know if people recall that from the 90s, the early 2000s, the fake marriage, them coming out saying later on Oprah they did it because they didn't want people to judge her because she was pregnant. And, her and Sonia have made a lot of mistakes, lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And I do think that it is a valid question to say, where were the parents? You know what I mean? If Sonia has been her manager since the beginning, you know what I mean? If Sonia traveled with her and did all of these things, she claims that she lost her virginity on the tour bus. Where was Sonia? You know what I mean? It does, to me, kind of come into question about where the parents and stuff were. So maybe this is like her being cathartic, getting it off her chest, but it definitely opens up questions to other things.
And Blue Ivy Carter, who I just looked up, is only 14.
Yeah.
And, it's just like, wow. Do they have any control over these kids? She's, I understand being at the events, but just around too many grown people, the way she dresses and looks now, she looks much older than 14. I was giving her 16, but 14? Oh no!
Are you talking about the white dress at the Creed? I thought it was tasteful. I do think it could have been a little longer, but I don't think that it was like serving body or anything like that. I think that honestly it was serving model. But I personally think that we cannot continue to blame young girls for being young girls, right? Like, I don't want to start that narrative, because Blue Ivy should be able to show up in any capacity and be a 14-year-old little girl without the male gaze on her. So I want to make sure.
No.
Right. No. I think I want to make sure that we're making that clear. No.
I'm disagreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Why not?
I don't feel like a 14-year-old should have on a face full of makeup and wear certain things. And I had to look up her age.
Okay.
There are other people that may not look up her age, or who may not even know who she is if her parents are not around.
Mm-hmm.
Which she probably always has security.
Right.
But a 14-year-old, you're gonna look like a 14. Take all that stuff off, you're gonna look like, okay, no, we don't bother her. She doesn't present 14 at all. So you can't stop people, and we say men, but women too, from treating her a certain way when that's not what she's giving off of what her parents are allowing her to get away with as far as looks are concerned.
Yeah, I totally disagree. I think that she was in an environment with her grandmother and her mother. Blue Ivy has been out multiple times with Jay, and no makeup, like just lip gloss and stuff like that. Like, this particular event was for Beyonce's hair care line. And of course, if they're getting a full face of makeup, Blue Ivy is going to get a full face of makeup. I think they've done a very good job making sure that that she's a child, because of the gaze that she could get in particular from other people, men, women, whatever. But again, I don't think that children should have to limit what they do because of the adult gaze. Now, if Blue Ivy was out here in a tank top, small shorts, her ass hanging out of it or whatever, I might say, wow, that's a choice for her parents to let her dress like that. But still, I do not think that she should be scolded or anything like that or held to a different standard because that is what she's wearing. Because at the end of the day, she's still a child. The gays should not come, period. It's a child. Now, again, like I said, to reiterate, Brandy is different because she's telling us, right? Like, Brandy is telling us that this happened with a 22-year-old man or whatever. And I'm referring to your point that where was Sonya? Like, in this instance, this is one of the times where I want to hold the parent accountable because how y'all portrayed it to us was that her and Sonya was like this. You couldn't get Brandy in a room without Sonya being with her. So how in the world did this whole relationship go on with a 22-year-old man when they couldn't even get you a bottle of water without Sonya signing off on it?
Yeah.
You know?
And you know, Beyonce is really turning out to be the Diana Ross of our era.
What do you mean?
But because everybody hated on Diana because she was the top, you know, regardless of her singing style and her look and things like that, she was just that big crossover success, even more so than Aretha Franklin. Beyonce is that, and the girls be coming for Beyonce. You know, Carrie Hilson is now saying that it was her record execs, and now Brandy is saying that Dark Child, his jab, you know, ended their music relationship, and then he went over to make millions of dollars with Beyonce. So you know, it's just like, okay, y'all really,
so he wanted Brandy to diss Beyonce, and then when Brandy basically wouldn't do it, then they fell out, and then he went to work with Beyonce.
I don't know if that's the case.
What?
I don't know if he wanted her to diss Beyonce.
Okay.
But I know that, you know, he told her, hey, you know, if we go have this type of relationship, I'm gonna go on over there and work with Beyonce and make way more money. So,
wow.
And I guess and just going off Brandy's personality, she probably was like, no, you can't work with her.
Oh, you know, yeah, I can see that.
You know, and you know, you have to go where you're gonna go where the money is. You're gonna go where the success and where the fame is, and you know, Beyonce, it didn't take long for her to pass up Brandy as far as status is concerned. So
wow. So maybe the whole her not speaking to Beyonce at the concert was a real thing, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, you know, when, you know, back in the day when they both were probably hot, you know, she probably did speak to Beyonce. You know, they probably weren't in a lot of the same rooms. You know, but then once Beyonce took off, it was really nothing that Brandy could do but hate. And she just seems like that type of person. She just seems like a miserable person to me. Not a Brandy fan. But she did just get a Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes, she did.
A star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So shout out to that. And her daughter seems to be doing well as well. Monica was there, and Jennifer
Issa Rae was there.
Issa Rae was there. I didn't know that what did they do? Did they do?
No. So that was actually Brandy and Issa Rae's very first time meeting each other. Issa Rae has said in multiple interviews that like Brandy and watching Moesha was literally like the start of her like wanting to do TV and movies and things like that. That awkward black girl on YouTube is inspired by like a Brandy skit and stuff like that. And so I guess Brandy had heard about how much Issa Rae admired her, and so she invited her to speak at the reveal. So yeah, so that was the first time meeting. But shout out to Issa, love Issa Rae.
Yeah, that was a strange sighting.
Okay.
You know, back in the day, I used to think that Chili was the finest one in TLC.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
she had that long black hair. Um, she wasn't really light skinned, but
No.
I liked her look. But as I got older, I see that she was the least prettiest one, and I also realized that she was a jerk in real life with a
Oh,
lot of
wow.
things that she has said over the years about black men and dating and things that she said about Usher. And so I was not surprised to hear that Chili is a good, faithful servant of MAGA, being down there in Georgia. And, the thing about it is that, the people go dig up the receipts, you
Ooh,
know.
yes.
they,
They gonna
they,
get the ticket.
look, I don't know if they get paid or not for their receipts, but they go dig up their receipts, and just like you see here, highlighted the real Chili, they done got her bank statements, they done
Yes.
got everything from Chili, donated to MAGA. The actual and factual Kim Smith. What is wrong with this lady?
Well, one thing I just want to say that I feel really bad for T-Boz, you know what I mean? They were gearing up for a tour, okay? And not a tour with just them. It was supposed to be them, In Vogue, and Salt and Pepper. We're supposed to do a tour. And I don't know. The word on the street is them tickets is not selling. You know what I
And
mean?
they're not going to sell. They're not going to sell. First of all, nobody wants to see them. Okay,
Okay.
nobody. I've had the opportunity to see In Vogue, TLC, and Salt and Pepper, and have not gone to see them at all. And after watching that tired ass performance on the iHeart, whatever they did,
Yes.
I was like, I will not be paying to see them. And we've seen Salt and Pepper with we seen Salt and Pepper had a show.
Yeah.
TLC been out here. It's just not the same without Left Eye.
Yeah.
And In Vogue. In Vogue is good, but they're not the same without Don Robinson. So this was the worst time. Then Salt tried to come out and defend us. And
We
she
got
tried,
you, sister.
I'm Salt. Stop.
We got you,
Stop.
sister.
Stop.
I think the thing is, I think what would have made more sense was her coming out and just owning it. Instead, it's like, oh, the buttons are close to each other. I mistakenly posted that Michelle Obama was a man. I mistakenly did this. I mistakenly donated. I was just donating to the cause. I didn't realize it was the MAGA cause. And, I feel like that is what kind of buried her, because then, of course, like you said, then people did their investigation. They did their digging. So they found an interview where T-Boz literally said, oh, one of my band members voted for Trump. The only band member is Chili. Left Eye been gone a very long time. You know what I mean? So I personally felt like she dug herself this hole, and I don't feel bad for her at all, because she had multiple chances to just come out and stand on it. Instead, you want to play in black people's face, right? You want to act like, you're this, advocate, and, I've never said that. I love my skin. I love this and I love that. And it's like, sis, I don't know, because the receipts say differently. But again, like I said, the person I feel worse for is T-Boz, because I can just imagine the conversation they had. I can just imagine her saying, bitch, why are you messing with our money? Like, what in the world do you got going on that you are messing with our money like this? And I think everybody associated with the tour is going to suffer, because T-Boz can't get rid of Chili, right?
No. Well, if I'm T-Boz, I just go get two other people and maybe, but they got to be famous.
Okay.
Like maybe. So T-Boz is kind of the lead singer. Right. You can find somebody soft like you can go with Kiki Wyatt. Let Kiki Wyatt not Kiki Wyatt, Kiki Palmer.
Oh, Kiki Palmer. Okay. All right. Yeah, Kiki Palmer can actually really perform. She's really good.
And you can find somebody to replace them. It ain't gonna be the same, but I mean,
We got T-Boz, so that'll work.
Yeah, Chili's voice is replaceable. It's T-Boz's voice that is the one that you don't replace in the group. You know, that's
now, who played? Do you remember who played Chili in the movie?
It was Kiki.
Oh, it was Kiki. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go get all of them from the movie.
Yeah. Lil Mama played Left Eye, and Drew Sidora. Right. Yeah. Right. I'd go get good. Look.
Hey, I go get all three of them and make it a show.
Hey, that's what you do, and let her go. Yep. and send Chili to Iran. You send Chili to Iran to fight. So since you want to be MAGA, you send her over to Iran. I think that's it.
That's all. The first ground troop should be everybody that voted for her.
Yeah, but I don't. And see, this is why I have a respect for Ed Chappelle and people who are just faithful and loyal and unwavering. You know, just you read.
That's it.
I don't understand how you are black, like Chili, like Nick Cannon, and what makes you sit there? What evidence? What are they presenting to you to say? You know what? I'm not going. You know what? I'm with them. I'm with them.
Honestly, it's so weird because, like, to me, it's a money thing, right? Like, all of them know that, like, Trump is ridiculous when it comes to making sure that rich people keep their money, right? And so I feel like a lot of them are able to look past all of the horrible things that he does because in their mind, they get to keep their funds. Like Nick Cannon and Amber Rose's conversation was absolutely asinine, right? For you to try to preach to black people that the Democrats were not about them, we all know that everybody had the same history class you had, bitch. You know what I mean? Like stop trying to rearrange history or whatever. The Democrats did show up in the civil rights movement, and that is how the party changed, right? But y'all didn't say that in y'all clip, right? Y'all basically said that the Democrats were KKK and that black people just didn't know that, insinuating that they were foolish enough not to realize that the parties basically switched in what they deemed important. I think people like Nick Cannon and Amber Rose, which is absolutely crazy when they say they're conservatives and like they believe in the Bible and they're trying to make sure that the world, first of all, Nick Cannon, bitch, you got 12 kids with 6 or 7 different women, like, and you ain't married none of them. So what are you talking about? So how can you be conservative and worried about what the Bible say when you out here living in sin? And Amber Rose, look, I am never throwing dirt on another woman's name, but ma'am, you were a stripper that got pulled out of the strip club by a famous person, and then use that notoriety to basically sleep your way to where you are now. Like, sis, you conservative, stop it. Like, it annoys my soul when they get on here talking about Trump this and Trump that and their conservative views, when in reality, like, you're the furthest thing from what you think that you are.
Absolutely. And I don't think any of them, especially not Chili, since she only donated $1,000.
I heard it was $999.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is
in 28 cents.
Yeah, and I don't think she's on Trump's radar. So, Chili, go find you something else to do. This was hilarious, and I cried.
Shout out to Drewski, yes.
I cried. I was wishing that this was on a current events week because I tell you, I was in tears. I was in tears. I watched it over and over and over again. Just the first part where he entered and he had on that suit. But when he shout out to Stella because we laughed so hard. When he had that suit jacket held like this, you know,
up here at the top.
But they always try to hold that suit jacket, keep themselves covered, act like they so conservative and so
Oh
not trying to be sexual. Oh my God, I was in tears, and
Drewski needs every
I
award.
didn't even know who he was mocking at first.
What? Oh man,
I didn't even know. I didn't even know because I never watched Charlie Kirk stuff. I definitely ain't watched this girl stuff. I had to go look her up to see how she looked.
Oh,
I saw this picture. It made it even more funnier. And the backlash it got from even all the way up to President Trump just shows you that these people were super bothered by this skit.
When he was sliding his ass across that stage in the fireworks, oh my God. I laughed so hard I cried. And now, don't get me wrong, I never listened to anything related to Charlie Kirk. Didn't really understand who Charlie Kirk was until he was shot and killed. But I paid attention to Erica because of how they elevated her so quickly, right? And then how she was very much attached to JD Vance when he's a whole ass married man. But they kept forcing her in rooms and like pictures and stuff with him. I'm like, what is going on here? And so that's the only reason I kind of knew who she was. But instantly, when he did that deadpan to the camera with them eyes, I knew that he was mocking her. But the thing is, the beauty of the skit is that he never says anybody's name, right? So the joke is that, like, wait a minute, he never said my name, but everybody up in an uproar about Erica Kirk. So this is basically how y'all view me, right?
Yeah.
That's the funny part about it. So everybody is like, oh, he's messing with a widow. Her husband just died. And I haven't said her name. I don't know what y'all are talking about. So Erica Kirk, this is how your friends see you because clearly they saw you in this skit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me say something. When he went to the Starbucks drive-thru with the organic, I could not breathe. It has to be organic. It has to be organic. Drewski is amazing. Like,
yes,
I have slept on Drewski for a very, very long time. Like, I just thought he was one of these like on skit, YouTube or Instagram. But like his production is insane. Like,
oh yeah,
I clicked with him a while ago, but that church skit in this, top tier.
Yes, and then when he does the should have been records or could have been records, and they be coming in. One time the guy came in, he said legs don't work. Get him out of here. That's oh my God. Man, look, Drewski, you got a ticket. It's time to go on tour. I will be there. And he don't play with this makeup and the costume. He don't play.
His hands and his nails.
He does not play. Ugly as hell.
Oh my God. Oh my God. When I seen his hands and his nails the same, I said, Drewski, what is wrong with you? Like, shout out to his makeup artist because the fact that they got the hair right, like the roots, you know what I mean? The eyes are her exact eyes. It's like, oh my God. Like shout out. And do you know Drewski is like 6'3"? Like he is a big, he is a big man. I didn't realize he was that big and tall until he was on Breakfast Club one time and they were cracking a joke about it. And then you know how they always do the picture and I was like, this man is really like 6'3".
Oh wow.
Yes.
And you know why I didn't take to him in the beginning because he was with Kevin Hart a lot. And I'm not a Kevin Hart fan at all.
Oh,
so
got it.
Okay. I was like, oh, okay, because Kevin Hart tried too hard for me. But Drewski, shout out to you. Thank you. What's Dave Chappelle did Drewski. Okay, because Dave Chappelle go just say it. Drewski go act it out.
I love it. If anybody needs to connect, that's who needs to connect. Because his skits and the skits from Dave Chappelle show on the same level.
Oh yeah.
Level. 100%.
Oh yeah. We're in a ceasefire between U.S. and Iran, and we're going to open up the Strait of Hormuz. But shout out to Iran. Iran is not playing with him, and
oh my goodness.
And And I shouldn't be rooting. I'm not rooting for Iran, but I'm definitely just anything that Trump does. It's just not you. When you vote for him, and that's why I can't wait to get this show on the books because
Yeah.
when you vote for him, when you look at your vote, be like, did I really just do that? Am I really following this person? That
Mhm.
if you are going to start a war, the first thing you want to do is go to the Strait of Hormuz.
Right.
That's common sense. The actual and factual. Do we have any details on this ceasefire, 2 week ceasefire?
You know, I've never. No, I have. I personally feel like that the world has been laughing at us for a very long time. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And like this six whatever unfit fat like just white guy is just embarrassing us even more.
Mhm.
um Him saying that he's gonna wipe out a whole 92 million people and like everybody act like this was totally fine. Like war crimes still exist, right? Like that is still a thing. And even though people do not want to believe it, even if it's forced, this regime will change, right? And you will be held responsible for them war crimes. The fact that they were literally playing with him online, like, hey, can you switch it to this time because we're not really ready? And like, oh, wait a minute, such and such got the key. And originally I'm thinking this is a like AI, but it wasn't.
No.
That's the thing that blew me away even more. I'm like, oh my God, they do not take this man seriously at all. And the point of the fact is that word is he agreed to their 10-point plan, but then he was able to come out and put the 2 week ceasefire like they got scared. But in reality, it was the opposite. So what was this war for, right? There was no reasoning to start this war. You coming on, keep telling us like, oh, this is going to be for civilization and our kids will never have to work. All of it is bullshit. And you basically got pumped online that you were trying to do to them. They did it to you in reverse. And I think it's absolutely asinine.
When you are messing with people who blow
Ooh.
themselves up,
Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm confused.
they blow themselves up.
Yes.
So what makes you think you're going to be able to go in there and tell them what to do? You better not send no ground troops in there.
Uh,
We already had them shoot.
I know you seen the man on CNN when they told him that. He leaned
Yes.
back in the chair and he said, "Oh, we've been ready." What?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
without a pause or without anything, he said, "Oh no, we ready for him. We want him to do it." What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And they shot down the plane, and thank
Yep.
God they were able to rescue. And
Two.
that is just rescue both pilots. That
Yeah.
was just amazing. The technology that we don't even well, we're just getting just the appetizer of what
Mm-hmm.
technology and AI is really about. Shout out to that. I'm glad that they got out of there safely and unharmed. But this president here is really acting up, and it's only probably going to get worse. I hope not. And I know with
Project.
the draft, they raised the draft age to 42. So
Mm-hmm.
hurry, come on, July 7th. Let's
Said get there. No, why girl on TikTok? She said 42. She said y'all must gonna have war before 9 p.m. I said, oh.
okay.
She said y'all must go have war before 9 p.m. Because she said if you recruiting the 40-year-olds, we getting in bed. It doesn't matter what you got going on. We getting in bed before 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And TSA is going to get paid. And shout out to Tyler Perry. Oh, Tyler Perry! Did they allow Tyler Perry to get in the money? The actual factual Kim Smith with breaking news.
Yes. So thank goodness. So there were a lot of different stories coming out about TSA having to return the money and things like that. So the original story of Tyler Perry showing up at the airport was true, and he was denied. But it seems like that he got his team to get in contact with the correct people, and they were able to give out $1,000 gift cards. Now, Tyler Perry and them claim, now TSA and them claim that they called the people and told the people to give the money back. But Tyler Perry camp came out and said that they have not received any funds back from anybody and that they went through the proper channels. Can you imagine not being paid for 6 weeks? Somebody give you $1,000 and then your job call you and tell you to give it back. What you gonna do?
Oh, okay.
Martha, you're breaking up. Martha, let me let you go. I can't hear you.
Well, go to the grocery store and get the money. Go to the gas station and get the money. Go get from the electricity bill, from the phone bill, from the gas. If you can get the money from them, you can have at it. It's gone. The money's gone. The money was gone before I got it.
The money was gone as soon as it touched my hand, because you want to know why? Because you haven't paid me in 6 weeks and I am barely over here eating. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Get off my phone.
Kanye West is back. How do you feel about that, Kim?
You know what? Y'all can go spend y'all money to see Kanye West. They said that he made $33 million over 2 shows. I'm very happy that he still has that following. He has kids. He needs the money. But UK said, not over here. Said, keep that shit over there. So clearly, you know what I think? I truly think. I think that Kanye West forgets that he's black. I really do. I think Kanye West thinks that he is a middle-aged white man. And I think with that, he thinks he has the same privilege as a middle-aged white man. And privilege of a middle-aged white man is, as we see, being able to say whatever you want to say and nobody actually holding you accountable for it. I think that somebody needs to get Kanye West a ring light in a mirror so he can realize that he is of black descent.
Yeah. Hate to say that this guy's from Chicago now. You know, he stopped. I got to figure out what album there was where he just stopped being. Once he married Kim Kardashian, that's when he stopped being from Chicago. Two big time shows, 2 big time sold out shows. I think it was at SoFi in Los Angeles, where he brought out Lauryn Hill. And the stage and setup looked magnificent. From the videos that I see, and but no, not excited about any new music. Not excited about Kanye doing shows here in Chicago. Wouldn't give him a dime. Once he did that Trump stuff, complete turn off, and has said some ridiculous stuff, and you can come back. He cleared up some stuff. They asked him about some stuff in Israel and Palestine. And he was like, I got my own people dying, kids dying in the south side of Chicago every day, blah, blah, blah. All right, great. Still, I don't have time for you, Mr. West. When
you get on your knees and tell a white man that he's like your daddy, I'm out. I'm out. And the generation behind us, they don't really. We can just see that they don't care about stuff like that. They don't really care about what's going on. They just free. Everything is just free. So I like Kerry Washington and presidential Kerry Washington scandal, all that stuff. But these people with these memoirs are getting on my nerves. Because certain things, it's just like, I guess it's attention grabbing. So using the title "Black Women Are the Problem" is attention grabbing. Even though I do somewhat agree, that's not what I was trying to promote. But I got your attention. I don't think that it's necessary to, say I'm ready to open up about my abortion. I think that we have plenty of abortion stories
that we can go. You can probably call somebody on the phone to get an abortion story. If you talking about your abortion is the when I have to look forward to read your memoir, I'll just continue watching the Cubs.
Yeah, I think with this, it was more of her explaining about her abortion and then her miscarriages. And what she said is that she actually wrote the story and thought that it would never go in her book. Like it was just like something that she was just getting out of her system. They told her to write everything down. And then I guess towards the end of the book, she explains that she had miscarriages before and that she had an abortion. And so she said her editor called her and was like, hey, like you just kind of dropped this in out of nowhere. Like, can you give us more context? She was in her 20s. She wasn't ready. And I think more she was speaking about it from the standpoint of, because her memoir came out a couple years ago, from the standpoint of Roe versus Wade, right? So she was speaking from the point is that technically, no, it's nobody's business, and it's not the government's business to tell me what I can and can't do with my body. So I think the interpretation of it in the headline is catching people off guard without them actually knowing what she's talking about. Because at the end of the day, if a woman in her 20s wakes up on a Tuesday and decides that she wants to have an abortion, she should be able to do that. She shouldn't have to go across state lines. She shouldn't have to be brain dead for over 9 months and them not want to take her off life support because they want to incubate the baby. You know what I mean? To the woman in Atlanta, and then feel so terrible for her family. And I know nobody wants to talk about it, but like that story is not even in the news anymore. You want to know why? Because what they found out is the baby has so many issues and so many problems, the baby's not going to live. So what they found out is that you could not use a dead woman to incubate a living baby. So she's speaking on, in reference, what is happening right now to women's bodies and their choices about their bodies.
Understood. Thank you for definitely breaking that down. And I like Carrie.
I
like
love her.
Yeah, I like the name.
She has a show right now on Apple TV. It's called Imperfect Women. I don't know if you'll like it, but I mean, I love it. I think it comes on Wednesday nights or whatever on Apple TV. I know you're not all about the different, apps and stuff like that, but but she is currently in that series. If anybody wants to watch, we like it.
Okay. Cool. And why don't you tell us about this vice mayor being found dead at her home in Florida?
Coral Springs Vice Mayor Nancy Mader Bowen was killed by her husband, Stephen Bowen, a couple weeks ago. She was supposed to show up for a council meeting and didn't. And one of the people on the council was calling her, texting her, finally called the husband and texted the husband like, hey, Nancy's not here yet. I don't know what's going on. The husband originally lies and says like, oh, I don't know where she is. Her car is outside or whatever. But then later on that day actually ends up confessing to his uncle that he killed her and basically told the uncle that he was tired of it all. Domestic violence dispute that turned deadly. They went for a wellness check and found her in multiple garbage bags. He's been arrested and is being held without bail. Her family has come out and said that, of course, like they had no idea that this was happening in their home. Condolences to the family, condolences to this, amazing woman that seemed like that she was on the right path. One of her colleagues came out and said that she was literally just about to announce that she was running for Senate. So basically someone gone way too soon.
Rest in peace to this young lady. And, you got to be careful with who you trust. And this is a very sad story. So prayers to her family and children. Staying in the trash state of Florida, I think that I would watch this if it happens, if it's real. I think that people are these biopics and memoirs, everybody, joining in on this stuff. Do we think this is a real story, Kim?
So it is a real story. Trina came out in January of 2026 saying that she is doing a biopic and that she would like Young Miami, which is her goddaughter, they claim, to play her. And it is going to follow her rap career coming up in the 90s and early 2000s, over her 26-year rapping career. Did you know Trina had been in the game 26 years?
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, this is 2026, and Nan came out in the 90s. I don't even think Nan didn't come out in 2000. I don't think, but maybe it did. It might have came out in 2000. I thought it was in the 90s.
I feel like Nan came out when we was in college, or am I making that up?
Oh, that's definitely no. I'm gonna look it up now. But I know it definitely came out in high school.
Oh, it did. Okay, it was high school.
Definitely. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I remember Nan being on the box. Did you all have the box in Carbondale?
We did not have the box down here in the Carbondale area.
So you do know
about the box.
Okay, so you've heard about the box. So
yes.
We had the box. I remember seeing, if I'm not mistaken, I seen that on the box.
Okay.
So that had to be late 90s at the latest.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do think that
1998.
Oh wow. 8th grade. Really? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Nan. We were really singing some things that we should not hear.
And so I do. You say what?
I said we were really singing some things we shouldn't have back in the day.
But see, the thing about that was it was metaphoric.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the words are metaphoric, and a lot of stuff was bleeped out. Nowadays, you have access to it all in all different colors.
That's very true.
So, Young Miami playing her, I don't think I'm a fan of that. I really like trained actresses to play those big time roles. Don't mess around with it. Let's not let Wendy Williams produce this. That's why with this story, I think that somebody like Regina Hall would be great to play Trina. You might.
Regina Hall is in her 50s, so she can't play Trina, which is I think Trina is only in her 40s.
If she looked like this, she could play Trina.
Regina Hall, let me tell you something. Regina Hall has looked 20 the entire time we've known her, right?
Yeah.
Like Regina Hall, I think now might be like 53 or something like that. And Regina Hall literally looked like she's 32.
Yeah. And so that's exactly why she could play adult Trina.
Okay.
She could, Trina's 47. So
okay.
She could play she could play Trina. And her body is not too far off from that. Trina just got a bigger booty. You get a booty pad or something. But I would love to see somebody, because I feel like that biopic would be great because it's gonna be ghetto, it's gonna be hood. We gonna find out so many, back behind the scenes stories. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go with Regina Hall instead of Young Miami.
Okay. To each their own.
Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of biopics, this Michael Jackson biopic has been gaining a lot of pub over the past couple of weeks, and I think it comes out April 24th.
Yes.
Are you going to go to the theater to see this?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Tickets and stuff will be bought as soon as they go on sale, because I know this is going to be one that sells out. I want to see what the family is really going to tell us. I want to see how honest and truthful they're going to be. I want to know about these white kids that never made sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know it all. So if they're going to give us something that I can get behind, I'm here for it. Now, did you know that his nephew was playing him?
I did know that.
How do you feel about that?
Um, as long as I seen one shot and I was like,
Okay.
okay. Then I seen
Mm-hmm.
another shot. I was like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you know. I just want them to get it right. I
Yeah.
don't see myself buying a ticket to see it. I think I'll wait to hear what the people
No.
say, then watch
No.
it at home.
No, you have this is like you like don't do this like you did with Sinners and you missed the mark. Go see it because then everybody is going to have their opinions and you got to watch it yourself. Especially a person like you that is really a fan of music. I personally think that you need to go to the theater and say, I'm going to send you the link. You can go with us.
I'm Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston out.
Oh no. Okay, I get it.
There's just been so many, and
Yeah.
OJ Simpson.
Oh yeah.
There's been so many series and movies and docs and stuff, and they just get it wrong. And they beat it over your head. I don't want to hear about Michael Jackson stuff no more. If it's about the music, great. I would definitely go do something like that.
That's a big part of it.
Okay, because I don't want to hear about the little kids.
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
I just give me the music side of it. So I'll consider that. I'll see what they and maybe the behind the scenes with the family. All the drama and all that with the family. I don't care about the trial. I don't care about Macaulay Culkin. And I don't care about hanging blanket over the railing.
That got to come up now.
But it looks like all three of his sperm donated kids are all doing well. Yes. And they spending a lot of money. Katie is allowing them to spend a lot of money. They said the Michael Jackson estate spending lots of money. So
well, I mean, again, like I said, the only thing I really want to know about the kids is how, because like Michael Jackson was born black, so I need to understand. That's all.
Understand.
Yep.
Understood. Did you get a chance to tune into the Tank versus Tyree versus?
I watched Tank and Tyrese versus. Yes, I did. I watched the whole thing.
Live. What did you think?
I think that Tank owned the stage. I think Tank won hands down. Tank made
from stage or just from catalog?
Catalog, stage. I mean everything. Like I think that Tyrese did not really come thinking that like Tank would out sing him and outperform him, but Tank was amazing from the start. Like his band was amazing. His backup singers were amazing. Like he made a song on the spot about Tyrese's turtleneck and then literally just released it last week. Like it was one of those things that you could tell Tyrese really thought he was just going to come in and like win us over with like, and then he didn't even play the right songs. You know what I mean? Like he was going to his album that just came out. I think it's called Love and Pain or something like that, which don't get me wrong. I get it. Like I know you want your music to be out there, but like this is verses, right? So we showed up for Sweet Lady. We showed up for Signs of Love Making. We showed up, you know what I mean? Those are the things that are going to get us on your side. And like, he just didn't have a lot of stuff prepared. It seemed like he was irritated with the sound guy. His backup and band wasn't really meshing well. And I just feel like Tank won the night overall. He really did.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Tank is a podcaster.
Yeah.
Tank is a songwriter. Tank wrote songs for Tyree.
Yeah.
Tank wrote songs for Tyrese. Tank and Genuine TGT. Very good album as well. So not surprised that Tank won the verses. I don't know if Tank can really do anything with Tyrese's voice. And if Tank was doing his own songs, he can't mess with Tyrese's songs.
I don't know because he started with his own songs.
What songs?
Okay. I can make you love me.
That's not his song.
It's not? Well, whose song is that?
That's Bonnie Raitt's song.
Okay, I didn't know that. He started with that.
Country artist. That song was made in the 80s. Probably
oh
before
my God, that is one of my favorites. Had no clue. Then he came with of course, I Deserve.
Mm-hmm.
That's his, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank God. Okay. That was amazing. Then he did songs from his new album. Like Tank, I don't like me personally, like don't get me wrong, I've never been a huge Tank fan, so I don't know all of his songs, but like he had Jamie Foxx come out. Okay. Mm-hmm. Jamie Foxx came out, Trey Songz came out, LaToya Luckett came out. Mm-hmm. Overall, I don't know. Like I said, maybe it was just because Tyrese just seemed all over the place, but Tank sounded better. Like he really, truly did. Like he sounded amazing. So I don't know. You know, like I said, me not being a fan of his catalog, I don't really know what's been rewrote or what he didn't write or things like that. But overall, again, like I said, Tank to me won hands down.
Yeah, Tank. I think I've seen Tank maybe one. I know I've seen him once, maybe twice. Okay. Tank puts on a good show. Yeah. And you know, Tank is funny. The ladies like Tank. So yeah, I can see how this worked. And they're going on tour. They're real good friends. So you know, nobody was going to win or lose as far as they're concerned. And they're on tour. They got some tour dates coming up with Genuine too. So okay. I would love for them to come to do another album together, the three of them. That was
Tyrese got to get some things together first.
Well, we know that Tyrese is emotional.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know, but you just need to make better choices, Tyrese. You know, most people go complain about money. You got the money, so I don't know what. You know, choose these women differently.
That part.
A bit of a pivot here. What were your thoughts on Gino and Don Staley? Since we were talking about versus Gino versus Staley, completely overshadowing the fact that both teams were in the women's Final Four, Connecticut and South Carolina. What were your thoughts on this when you heard about it and seen it?
I'll beat Gino's ass, okay? Because she wanted to let y'all know that she would beat Gino's ass. You know, I think this is another thing that goes back to white male privilege. You know what I mean? White men cannot take being overthrown in any type of form, and this really lets you know that he could not handle this black woman just outperforming him, right? He, instead of him coming right up to, you know, interviews and stuff and saying, hey, you know what? I apologize. I shouldn't have did that. He tried to make it about the handshake that she supposedly didn't give, but then they pointed out that she did do it and all of this. What really made me angry about this is the amount of time that it took for him to actually apologize, right? Like she came up and tried to make light of it or whatever, and he was still literally on his high horse until the world was like, you fucked up. Then that's when he wanted to come back and apologize because he realized how bad it looked. But this just goes back to that white male privilege, thinking that they don't have to apologize for anything. They can say what they want to say, do what they want to do, and you're just going to tolerate it. But again, like she said, I beat Gino's ass.
You know, I'm going to agree with you.
Okay, why wouldn't you?
I see where you and people are coming from.
What were your thoughts?
I am not a big Don Staley fan.
Okay.
And I really didn't like her saying that she would beat that man's ass because that probably
he started her.
I agree.
Okay.
But she's not gonna beat that grown man's ass.
You don't know that.
Okay, but that's true too. But I just not a Staley fan. I hate that it overshadowed what
Right.
what it really was. And then, her team would have got blown out by 30 the next game in the championship.
Okay.
But yeah, I think
Okay.
Gino should apologize.
Yes.
But I do think that it was blown a bit out of proportion.
Well, he's the one that did it on national TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely should apologize. What when you saw the news about your girl Angel Reese, did it make you sad?
Well, it made me very curious as to what the Chicago Sky are doing. Angel Reese was putting butts in seats. I don't care, how you flip it, turn to anything, how you feel about her. Like, people were coming to see Angel Reese. So the fact that she was traded to Atlanta, I don't really understand the business behind it, but she seemed happy about it. So as long as she's happy about it, and another thing I heard that the Chicago Sky were thinking of bringing Flage in, which is her old teammate. But I heard that is no longer even a thought now because she's gone. So I really don't understand what the front office is doing. What is your take on it?
And we're going to get to the front office of the Bulls next.
Yeah.
Two poorly ran organizations.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely know that there was some turmoil,
right,
between Reese and the Chicago Sky last season, and I wasn't surprised to see that she was traded.
wow.
I was surprised to see they traded her to Atlanta too, but just the Chicago Sky organization is trash. They're talking about adding, expanding the WNBA. I would just move the Sky out of Chicago. They won't be relevant for years to come. They get the front office is wrong. They hired the wrong coach. You draft the player. You moved up to draft Angel Reese, which was great for the city.
Mm-hmm.
But you can keep her happy, and like you said, people was going to see Angel Reese.
Yes,
even though she don't play all that, but just bad. And like the Bulls, they made a trade with Jaden Ivey, and he has some mental issues that you should know about, and some health issues that you should know about. And they traded for him, and then you cut him once he says some stuff, and then it's like, okay, you knew this already, so they deserve to be fired, and they have been making bad decisions all the way around for years. And so they got fired, but the Reinsdorfs, who are the owners of the Bulls and the White Sox, they should they have to be held accountable for this too. The Bulls have been a circus since 1999.
Damn.
And you can throw in a couple of good years with Derrick Rose,
right?
But even during that time, they didn't make the necessary changes that they knew that they needed to do, or additions to beat LeBron James and Miami or Cleveland, wherever he was at the time. So, fired them. And
I think in 08.
You said what?
I said, I think he took his talents to South Beach in 08, didn't he?
08. So, with Miami. With Miami. And then he went back to Cleveland. He went back to Cleveland too. So it could have been during those years. Derrick Rose couldn't get past LeBron, and they needed to make some adjustments because LeBron does lose. He don't win every year. So So Chicago.
How do you feel about the young man and his comments? And then I heard that his mom coaches college.
I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah,
We're entitled to our own opinions. We're unapologetic,
right.
and we don't mean any harm for anybody. Nobody deserves to die. I don't like to see people, but I don't like to see most people get fired or get their lives uprooted. We're not that type of people.
No,
But you should be able to say what how you feel. I don't think that I do think that you have to be smart though. But
one hundred
if
percent.
you have mental illness, I mean, wow, there ain't nothing you can really do. You got to have the right people around you.
Yep.
But um, I can't go around saying bad things about my employer.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, he was saying bad things about his employer. So
I do
yeah,
think I do think it's interesting that they paid him out. You know what I mean? Um, I do think that if they knew that he was someone that needed maybe a psychologist or psychiatrist or something like that on staff or something like that, and they neglected that, I do find that interesting. I find it interesting that he kind of came from a middle class wealthy family, that his mother like coaches for one of the college teams and things like that. So just learning things about him has been very interesting to know. But I knew that somebody had to get fired once the backlash came out about what he said, right? So when so many other athletes, rich people basically got to basically saying like, hey, he shouldn't have been punished for this, I knew somebody was going to get fired.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think they got it all right. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
I think they got it all right, and they probably had to pay him out.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Hmm.
so and you can, like I say, you can say what you want. You can have your feelings. I don't think I don't disagree
Hmm.
100% with what he was saying,
Right.
but the NBA is your employer, and you
That's
never
it.
want to show up your employer.
Yep. Okay.
They said Offset was shot. Is that a true story?
Yeah, he got shot outside the casino.
And Offset is the one that is married to Cardi B, right?
Correct.
The actual and factual Kim Smith.
So there's not a lot of details about why he was at the casino. All the story is that he was arguing with another rapper. His name is Little Tay. Little Tay claimed that he did not shoot Offset, but he was arrested and later released the next day. Wherever he was shot, it was not life threatening. He was admitted to the hospital. I think he's out now. I just personally think Offset is way too old to be out in the streets like this, and you have way too many children for you to be playing with your life like this. So I'm assuming all of the details will come out eventually, but they are keeping this very tight to the chest for whatever reason.
Was he at the casino?
He was at the casino, correct? Yes.
Okay. Have we heard from Cardi? Have we heard from his wife?
Cardi's on tour. But there was pictures of his girlfriend and his mom at the hospital with him.
Oh, he has a new girlfriend?
Ben had a new girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Cardi was in.
Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on him having a girlfriend while he's married?
I think that's ridiculous.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's
All
not
right.
right. And
Okay.
when it's your time to get judged, it ain't on me. It
All
ain't.
right.
I don't make that decision. I don't
Down
make
to the
that
pearly
decision.
gates.
You
Mm-hmm.
better, y'all better stop playing with the Lord.
Yep.
But uh, Cardi not checking on her husband and her baby daddy, and she was on stage in Philadelphia last night. Patti LaBelle went to the concert.
Yes, I seen
Uh,
that. Patty bought her a gift. I love
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
And we
yeah.
don't know that she didn't check on him. She just didn't do it publicly.
If you don't post it, it
No,
never
I
happened.
don't know. Why would she post that his girlfriend and his mama was there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if she
Okay.
didn't post it, it didn't happen.
Okay. Sure.
This was a funny story that I wanted to end on because we know Future's a lot of Future's past. We
Okay.
probably don't know everything, but we know the type of person Future is. We know the type of things that he raps about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so when he announced that he is engaged in leaving his toxic era behind for good, I'm just thinking, like, what woman? This is when I say
Who said
women
that?
are women are the problem.
Okay.
You know Future's history,
Yes.
okay?
Uh-huh.
And you say yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're signing up for. So don't, when y'all get divorced, if y'all get married,
Right.
don't come talk about infidelity,
Oh no, not at
or
all.
he was on drugs, you know. I couldn't take it no more.
Uh-huh.
You know what you were signing up for. Future getting down on his knees, you say, you know what? I'm gonna have
Ain't
to
gonna be able to
pass
do it.
on that.
I
I'm gonna have to
ain't
pass
gonna be
on
able
that.
to do it. I mean, but the thing is, the money, the allure, all of the above. This woman thinking that she's the one that changed him. I think that all plays into it. But I think it should be very interesting to sit back and watch this marriage and how it goes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did
Okay.
you catch the Real Housewives of Atlanta premiere?
The foolery of it all. You know what? I wasn't gonna watch it at all, but then I thought about it that we potentially might talk about it here on the show. And so I sat down and watched the disaster of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I am just very, very much sad about what the Real Housewives of Atlanta have turned into. I do not, and I repeat, do not like Shamia at all.
Hmm.
I am not a fan. I did not watch any of the last season after Kenya left, so I do not know how bad it got between her and Portia, rather than what I've seen in the press and what I've learned from them in each other's interviews. But not a fan of her. I want K Michelle to go back and get her old face because I don't know who that is staring at me in the camera. I do not know a lot about Pinky Cole, but she just came in way too hot for me. She was doing a lot. I cannot stand them going to get fans of the show and then making them housewives. It comes off very rehearsed. It comes off very much, I'm a fan, I'm acting, and I didn't like any of it. Any of it. Yeah. Did
Okay.
you watch it?
No, I have not watched. I will probably try to watch before the next episode comes on.
Yeah.
Not a fan of any. I was a Portia fan.
Yeah.
That's my cancer sister.
Mm-hmm.
But I, after seeing some photos this past winter of her and her new lover, and
Yeah.
um, it's just really caught, and back with Nene, it's just seemed like it's just all attention grab, attention grab, attention grab.
Yeah.
And the older I'm getting, I'm really uh, a fan of authenticity.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
live your real life,
That part.
and if the people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. If the show is not for you, if you're doing it because you need the money, fine.
Right.
But it's definitely coming off as
Stage.
attention, yeah, and attention
Very
grabbing,
stage. Yeah.
and and I kind of believe Shamia when it comes to how the friendship changed once she got a peach. And I that's just not relatable to me. I want, if this is my friend, I
Right.
want my friend to win. I want my friend to get that platform. I want her
Yeah.
to get that bigger check. You know, um, you were around, you brought her on the show. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
uh, so yeah, I'm not.
Portia, the
I'm not.
thing is that I don't believe that Portia blocked Shamia, right? Like, I do not believe that narrative because Portia is the one that brought her on the show. Portia is the one that gave her to production. And originally, they did not want Shamia because her husband did not want to film. And we all know how the housewives work. If we book you, we want the husband. Okay. Y'all might get away with the kids, but we want the husband. So the fact that she tried to then parlay it into like, oh, well, Candy is the one that really did it, when in all actuality, your husband didn't want to be on the show. And that's why you were skipped over a couple times to try to push that on Portia and kind of start a storyline. I didn't like it. I didn't.
Yeah.
And then Portia, she even admitted that Portia sent her flowers, that Portia was happy for her. But to me, she needed a beef with Portia after the whole her showing up after the birthday late and all of that or whatever. Shamea does not come off as authentic at all. Like, to me, it all seems very staged. It seems very much like I need the attention, and I don't like it.
Yeah. What about Kim Zolciak? I know she was supposed to be on the new Amazon reality show with Tamar and Kenya Moore and stuff like that, but they say she lost custody of her kids. Is this what's going on here? You too old for this. She got to be 50.
Yeah. I think Kim has been spiraling for a very long time. So I ended up watching Next Gen or whatever with her daughter on it. And like her daughter was literally supporting her. Like the boyfriend was from a richer family or whatever. And like they have a whole conversation where he's like, you have to stop giving your mom money. Like you have to. So I think after Croy left or however it went like that, they say that Kim has a bad gambling problem. Don't know if that's true or not. Allegedly, that she is very much still, alcohol, drugs, things like that, allegedly. And yeah, it seems like Croy wanted the kids for them to be safe, and the judge granted the order. It doesn't seem like she's lost like custody forever. It seems like they want her to get herself together, and then she could potentially do joint custody with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully everything works out with Kim, and I know she got the divorce, and when you got your daughter, getting the Bravo coins, and you're not, it's like, okay, Kim. You don't really hear too much stuff like this with white people, but
no, especially when he's just like, you're sending her $3,000+ a day. I'm like, a day? What are you doing? A day?
Yeah. And then when some people leave the show, I'll be like, what are you doing? You better get that. You better get that. Get that check, because I don't think it's nobody else really calling you.
No, hopefully the Amazon thing work out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember. Is that out?
I haven't seen it yet, and I was just on Amazon the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, next week we're gonna talk about an interview Kendra G did, former Chicago radio personality. She said she could never sleep with a white man. And that has kind of always been my sentiments too when it has come to interracial dating. So we're going to have a special episode of Kim's Corner next Wednesday. And also we're going to talk about men being more compatible with men. We keep hearing a lot about that in recent times, and also with just with women, just kind of not always necessarily dating or having a sexual relationship with the friend, but just kind of taking it easy for men. And I think that this all is just so unfortunate. But we will get into that on next week. Follow us on all podcast platforms and all social media platforms. Safe travels to the actual and factual Kim Smith, back to Carbondale. The weather's going to be nice there. The weather's going to be nice here this week.
Don't get used to it. Don't get used
to
it.
Don't get used to it. But you're gonna get a couple of good days on Sunday, Monday. should be good. If you barbecue a burnt hot dog, let us know.
Please send us an invite. If y'all already getting on the grill, I will definitely come through and get a brat.
I'm learning. I'm going to learn to barbecue this summer.
You don't know how to barbecue?
I'm pretty sure I could pull it off, but I've never had. Yeah, I've never had to do it. My parents are here, my grandparents, my aunties and uncles, and they still kind of doing it. But now I don't really like. I'm really not feeling restaurant food at all.
Oh man, it's so bad. Yeah.
So to barbecue, we only get a couple of months here.
Yeah.
But to barbecue something, I could use a good barbecue burger, rib tips if it's tender.
Oh, yes.
And we're gonna have something. I'm gonna have a birthday party this year. I just gotta get one more final clearance. It's on a Tuesday. So maybe we'll go with a Taco Tuesday served good with celebration before I fly to New York for Jay-Z weekend.
Jay-Z? You got your tickets?
No, but I'll get them.
Okay.
All right. We out.
Good night.